మరి మీకు కూడా వందనాలు తెలియజేస్తూ ఉంటున్నాం. ఈ సమయంలో మన మధ్యలో డాక్టర్ సాల్మన్ రాజ్ గారు ఉన్నారు. వారు అడ్వకేట్, సుప్రీం కోర్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా, చైర్మన్, క్రిస్టియన్ లాయర్స్ అసోసియేషన్. వారు మన మధ్యలో ఉండడం చాలా సంతోషం. వారిని స్టేజ్ మీదకి ఆహ్వానిస్తూ ఉంటున్నాం. వారు కూడా కొన్ని మాటలు మనకు తెలియజేస్తారు. అందరం గట్టిగా చప్పట్లు కొట్టి వారిని ఆహ్వానిద్దాం.
Thank you, Pastor Praveen. I once again thank GPP for coordinating with the Christian was not able to coordinate, and that's the reason why we don't find much lawyers here. But I thank God, all the lawyers who are present here today, I believe that they have reverence towards God. Amen? Last time when we conducted another lawyers meet, we had some negativity. Some lawyers, including one former DGP, he said, what is this? You say it's a lawyers meet and then we go on a long time for prayer. You should have started the legal subject immediately. So there was some negativity, but we said, the primary goal is to praise God. No matter what Dr. Vijay said, for a Christian to wear a coat and stand is a big thing. We become lawyers, it's actually a big thing. Not everybody can do that by wearing coats and still praising God. We at the Christian Lawyers Association, we have a motive. We have a motto which is called justice with compassion. We are here, we will conduct this continuous legal education. Continuous legal education like we have the continuous medical education for the medical students. I wanted to introduce something like a continuous legal education where I want to equip all our Christian brothers and sisters to do justice with compassion. When we go back to our courts, we stand there. We are not in a Christian environment. We are not in a biblical period. We cannot inculcate Bible there, or we cannot go and preach there. And that is the reason why I want that we as Christian lawyers, are we delivering justice with compassion no matter who it is? In the book of Ezekiel chapter 18, God says, the believers are mine and even the unbelievers are mine. We as believers, what kind of justice do we do? For the unbelievers is the question. Are we having that justice with compassion? Are we only subjecting ourselves as commercial lawyers, or are we good Christian lawyers doing justice with compassion? And it's also my effort. The last several years I've been actually conducting meetings with the pastors especially. We are living in a country called India, which has got 80% of the Hindus, and we all are religious minorities. When we come to we as Christian religious minorities, where do we stand? What is our status here? Do we really have an accord here in this nation? We officially are only 2%, of course. Unofficially, we are about 11%. We have seen there's a lots and lots of persecution since the year 2014 on the Christians. A lot of churches have been desecrated. A lot of pastors have been persecuted. I am a lawyer who is specialized in standing for the pastors who are persecuted, in standing for the churches which have been desecrated. You name the church, I've been there and I've been fighting their cases. Let it be the mainline churches, let it be the independent churches, let it be the Hebron church, let it be the Hosanna ministries, whatever it may be. I am here standing and giving my best in my individual capacity as a lawyer of the Supreme Court of India. Now my point is, when we as Christian lawyers collectively come together, how much more can we not protect our people and the houses of God? The churches are called the religious places of worship. And these religious places of worship, as Christian lawyers, it is our duty. It is our bounden spiritual duty to stand whatever wisdom, knowledge God has given us in the legal field, to inculcate all this knowledge and wisdom, what we attain to protect the people of God who are there to save the souls. This is my motto. That is the reason why I've started Christian Lawyers Association in the year 2014. We are actually spreading all over India. In fact, I was expecting more lawyers today so that we can appoint committees for the South India and we can actually choose certain lawyers, but probably we'll do it in the next meeting or so. Now, since morning we've been praying. Now, I want to share a little, legal awareness also, since many of the lawyers are there. I know all of you are eminent, all of you are wise, all of you have, your own very clientele and you have your respect, honor. But still, whatever I could share, I would like to share here. Now, Pastor Prabhu was talking about the Indian Constitution. How many of you are thorough with the Indian Constitution? I don't really know. But I want to share some of my views on the Indian Constitution. We as Christians, what do we know about Indian Constitution, and is Indian Constitution a part of the Bible? If you have a question, is the Indian Constitution a part of the Bible, which was actually inculcated on 26 November 1949? When we see the Indian Constitution was drafted by the Constituent Assembly. The meaning of a Constituent Assembly is it is a body elected by the people of India. One of the main reasons why the Constitution has come into force is to declare that India is a sovereign and a republic nation. That was one of the more important motives of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar to come for the Indian Constitution, apart from a lot of other fundamental rights, freedom, and all that. Since we were actually delivered from the bondage of the Britishers. Now, from where did the Indian Constitution emanate? When we see the Constituent Assembly did not have their very own thoughts, wherein they actually had their own laws and they inculcated their laws. The Indian Constitution has been borrowed from 12 different countries. From the United States of America, from the United Kingdom, from France, from Russia, from other countries also, many other countries. Now, when we see the beauty of the Indian Constitution is, all these 12 countries are either Christian countries or they are communist countries. And the communist also has taken ideas and they drafted their constitution from the Bible, as rightly Dr. Prabhu said. So we have a constitution which has been borrowed from the Christian countries. We fail to understand, the 80% of the Hindus standing there fail to understand that this constitution, which was drafted by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, has been in fact borrowed from the constitution of the Christian countries. Of course, the religious conversion laws, the anti-conversion laws, the freedom of conversion of religion, all these are there. These are all minor laws which I will actually try to cover. I just wanted to give a gist of this Indian Constitution, and thereby the preamble which was adopted by the Indian Constitution is, the India is a secular, democratic, republic, sovereign nation. So there are actually 5 elements of the preamble of the Indian Constitution. Now I told even last time also, do the religious minorities in India, like especially the Christians and Muslims, barring the Parsis, the Jains and others, do the religious minorities of Christians and do the religious minorities of Muslims, do these people have democracy in India? Do these people have secularism in India? Is a larger question. And if we still have, how far is it constitutional is also my question to all the eminent lawyers seated here. Are we really having that secularism when we see the persecution on one side? Are we really having that democracy in India when we see the desecration of the churches? I once again bring to your notice the atrocities which are still taking place in the state of Manipur. And we have seen the Orissa. We have seen other places also, and now there are sporadic incidents in the state of Nagaland also. Because the BJP has taken over the State Assembly of Nagaland, which was 99% Christian country. But anyway, these are all the sorry state of affairs what we are facing today. I want to draw the attention of all of you towards the anti-conversion laws. I pose a question to all of you. Anti-conversion laws in India, do they guarantee the Christian lawyers secularism? Do we call this secularity? Do we call this nation a secular nation? When on one side, Article 25 of the Indian Constitution says that you are free to profess, propagate, and practice your religion. We as Christians, are we allowed to propagate? Are we freely allowed to propagate? Many churches do not even get permission to construct a church. Whereas you see, the other communities, they are given anywhere in the middle of the road, they can still construct a temple. But a church, a pastor, registered under the Registration of Societies Act or the Trust Act, having his own land when he wants to construct a church, we are not given permission. On the other side, the 80% of the people can, literally, go to any road and say that this is our temple and the temples are allowed. We see the same instance in Hyderabad, Secunderabad, many places. These temples are in the middle of the road. So what kind of secularism do we have in India? Do we really have this kind of secularism? Is it a democratic nation is a question to be asked to all of you. And what are we doing? We have eminent IAS, IPS officers in Christian community. We have former DGPs, we have former ministers, we have former member of parliaments and member of legislative assemblies. Why we Christian leaders and the Christian officers and the Christian bureaucrats and the Christian lawyers are not coming together? Why are we not showing our unity to the governments, to the state governments and to the central governments or the Union of India? When we all come together, when we all accumulate together, can't we show what we are? Are we not the Christians, the same Christians who introduced education in India? Are we not the same Christians who introduced the medical profession to India? Are we not the people who are serving? Yet, when we are so humble, why are we persecuted? Yet, when we are so humble, why is Article 25 not being allowed to us? Yet, when we are so humble, why are the sections of Indian Penal Code, sections 295 to 298A, not applicable to us? Even the graveyards are desecrated. What are we doing? The churches are desecrated. What are we doing? Why are the governments actually taking, all these discrepancies, and why are they allowing one community? Why are they not allowing us? It's a larger question. Now, my point is, how far will this go on, and to what extent will this go on? Now, anti-conversion laws, as we all know, initially it was introduced in Orissa. Later on, it was also introduced in Tamil Nadu, which has actually been revoked. As on today, as I stand on this dais and speak, the anti-conversion laws are implemented and they are actually enforced in 11 states of India. In 11 states of India, anti-conversion laws. This is called, a right to freedom of religion act. I don't understand why Article 25, I don't understand. Why is it actually a question of unconstitution when it comes to anti-conversion laws? How many of you are aware of the imprisonment of anti-conversion laws? In certain states of Rajasthan, for anti-conversion law, if anybody is actually booked under anti-conversion law or the Freedom of Religion Act, it is also imprisonment. In states like Rajasthan. So what kind of justice are we doing in India? And what kind of justice delivering system is this? And what kind of, enactment of the parliament by these laws is a larger question to be posed. I want all the Christian lawyers to be thorough with the anti-conversion laws, so that these days, cases are booked left, right, and center in other states, all the 11 states. Though here in the state of Telangana, we don't call it, they don't book cases directly under anti-conversion laws, but they are actually implementing BNS and BNSs. So we have to be very cautious. Like I said, sections 295 to 298A. So this is actually a larger question which we as Christian lawyers have here. So I request that all of you come together. I request that we stand for our community. United we stand and divided we fall. I want all the Christian lawyers not just to have your commercial practice, but also to come together, especially to aid the pastors and the churches. My main motto is to stand for our community as Christian lawyers. Whatever we are, it is given by the Lord. Whatever I am, it is the grace of God. Then why can't we actually defend our people? Is a larger question. Let us all come together in unison. After the meeting, I want all the Christian lawyers to give their names and numbers. Let us all form committees and let us all actually go ahead and let us do something for the society, for the nation at large, and above all, for our community. Thank you. Thank you so much.